All right, real quick review. We have an ellipse that's been shifted. It's in standard form. We want to find focus, vertices, minor intercept, which will help us. We want to figure out which axis is the major axis as well. So to do that, we're going to need to complete the square so we can find transformations and then apply those to these points that we'll find. So first off, let's complete the square. So we're going to go, this is 9x squared minus 36x, as we got to group the stuff together that has the same variable. And now we're going to take 4y and plus 24y. We're going to take this 36, we're going to toss it to the other side for right now. Just kind of forget about it. All right, so first off, we need to factor both of these things. So we got to factor out the 9. So we're going to get x squared minus 4x. And just as a note, the number in front of this, these square terms, must be 1 for this to work. Okay? So that's what we're going to have to complete the square with here. So let's actually go through and do that. So this is going to be box with the extra box. So we get x squared, and we split the second term in half, minus 2. And negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4, because that will make this factor to give us negative 2 and an x here, an x and a negative 2. Then we need to balance it with this other box of, we just can't arbitrarily add 4, we got to minus it over here. So there's our minus 4. Don't forget about the 9 when you come down here. So this is 9 times x minus 2 squared, there's that transformation, minus 4. We're going to do the exact same thing here, just have slightly different numbers. So we're going to factor out that 4. So we get a 4 here. We're going to get y squared plus 6y. This is what we're going to complete the square with here. That y squared plus 6y. So this is y squared. Split that in half. We get plus 3y, which is going to make this plus 9. And this will factor y plus 3. And we can't just arbitrarily add the 9, we got to minus it, so we get a minus 9 over here. Apologize about that, let's get that fixed. So minus 9. It's not wanting to let me do it. We'll leave it. That looks like minus. Anyways, come down here. Don't forget about the 4 in front. We've got y plus 3 squared minus 9 equals negative 36. So now we need to distribute so that we can move all the constants to the right side and then divide them back. So we get 9 x minus 2 squared minus 36. Then we're going to get plus 4 y plus 3 squared, and this is going to be minus 36. And when we go and put this on the other side, those are both going to become added, so that'll cancel one out, and then we'll get another one. So this is 9 x minus 2 squared plus 4 y plus 3 squared, and now it's going to be positive 36. And then we're going to divide everything by 36. So we're going to get x minus 2 squared over 4 plus y plus 3 squared over 9. And now we got that equal to 1, which is how we want this. So now we've got to come up here and find our points and state our major axis and all the other stuff. So let's talk about this transformation before we move forward. So this negative 2 is going to move us to the right by 2. This positive 3 is going to move us down by 3. Okay? So let's list all this information and then apply those transformations to it afterwards. So the major axis. Well, this one's got to be a squared because it's bigger than 4. 9 is bigger than 4, so that makes that a squared. So the major axis, since that bigger number is below the y squared, is going to be the y-axis. Means that our foci and our vertices fall on that axis to start, okay? So let's go ahead and find all the stuff we need. So a squared was 9, so that means that a is going to be 3. B squared is 4, so that means our b is going to be 2. And c squared is going to equal 9 minus 4. So it's a squared minus b squared. So that means that c is going to be the square root of 5. Let's list those transformations up here. So our transformations, that minus 2 is going to move us to the right by 2. So that means that this is going to move us right by 2, which means we'll take our x's and we'll add 2 to them. And that 3 is going to move us down by 3, so it's going to take our y values and it's going to minus 3 from them when we're done. So let's use this information, find our vertice, focus, minor intercepts, and then we'll apply the transformations to them to find out where they end up. So we ignore the transformations and just use our definitions from before, the A, B, and C stuff. Vertices are the C, since our major axis is the Y, they're going to be Y values. So this is going to be 0. I'm sorry, vertices aren't from the C, vertices are from the A. 0 plus or minus 3. Focus is from the C. 0 plus or minus the square root of 5. And minor intercepts then are going to be on the X. Those come from B plus or minus 2, 0. Now we're going to apply our transformations, find out where these points really went. So we're going to take all the X's and we're going to add 2 first. So 0 plus 2 is always going to be 2. 0 plus 2 is always going to be 2. This one gets a little tricky. Plus or minus 2 plus 2. Meaning that, remember, we're going to write these 2 points as a conjunction of 1, but that could either be 4 or it could be 0. So we just have to pay attention with that. Now we're going to take all of the y values and we're going to minus 3. So this could have been a positive or a negative 3 that we minus 3 from. This square root 5, same thing. It could have been positive or negative. And we need to minus 3 from that. And last one, 0 minus 3 is always minus 3. And remember, what we're doing is we're representing 2 points and 1 with each set of these. There's really 6 points there. Okay, that's it. Let me know if you need help.